Hey, what is going on, guys? It's DK. Back at you with another video here to bring the Thursday Night Football Showdown site between the Patriots and the Falcons. Before I get in the video, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is DK. I make daily videos and live stream for NBA and NFL slates on Draftkings. If you're unable to watch these YouTube videos, I also upload on Apple Podcasts. Link down below. It's called the DKDFS Show. And if you're interested in signing up for premium content, I offer a few different packages on Patreon.com. More info down below. The sponsor of the video is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player prop site where you can take over, under, and fantasy points, or over, under, and straight up by passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards. You can also mix and match sports. So if you guys want to try out PrizePicks, make sure to sign up and use my code DKDFS. It is DKDFS, all one word. You'll get a 100% match up to $100. And make sure, if you guys do enjoy the NFL content, to hit that like button. Hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below who you are very high on for this Showdown slate. Okay, so before we get into players and the prices, let's look back up here from last Showdown slate. Last Showdown slate went really, really well for me. Went kind of the team jam min approach with Ben Skowronek. Again, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he was a flat man price. He had one catch. He had a couple targets in the end zone. Definitely would have been a massive night if he could have come down with one of those. Cooper Kupp obviously was good. Stafford was a disappointment, but he was 80+% owned. I would use Jimmy G at low ownership. That worked. Debo Samuel and then Kittle rounded out my lineup. So really, really good night for myself. Let's see, the winning lineup in the luxury box was Debo and the captain with Kupp, Jimmy, Mitchell, Gold, and the 49ers defense. Okay, so let's start off in New England. First, let's take a look at snap counts last game. So last game, Damien Harris was not in, and he is expected to be back here. So Stevenson kind of got the bell cow duties, 55%, Bolden 27%, J.J. Taylor 19%. A wide receiver, Jacoby Myers played 72%. Aguilar played 70%. N'Keal Harry played 52%. He is questionable. And then Bourne played 43%. And the tight end, Henry played a majority of the game, 82%. Also, we have to keep an eye on Juju Smith, who might be back for this one. Okay, so at the top, we have Mac Jones, 10.6K. I mean, New England is a run-first team for sure, but this is a good matchup, so I think a relatively safe option. Not a quarterback that has a ton of upside, I don't think, but I don't think it'll kill you either. So I think Mac Jones is a safer play. Now, we have Harris and Stevenson both at about the same price. Again, Harris has been the guy, when healthy, getting a majority of the carries, so I do prefer him to Stevenson, unless we get some news otherwise that, Stevenson, after last week's good game, that he's going to get the first crack at it. But as it stands right now, I do prefer Harris to Stevenson. Jacoby Myers, probably your safest bet at wide receiver for the Patriots, getting averaging around 6 targets a game. Again, they don't throw a ton, but if they do fall behind here, they might have to throw a little bit more. He's a guy that is clearly their best wide receiver. Kendrick Bourne at 7.6K does have big play upside, but also a little bit of a lower floor. Myers, the higher floor play there. Hunter Henry at 7K. Keep an eye on Juju Smith. If he is out, I think Hunter Henry is a safe play. If Juju Smith in, then I might prefer Smith at a similar price point. The Patriots do like going to their tight ends. Just going down a little bit more, the Pats D at 5.6 feels a little bit too pricey on the road, so I'm probably not going to go there. Nelson Aguilar at 5K had 4 targets last week. It's a little bit easier to get to him than some of those other Patriots wide receivers because he's cheaper. He also played 70% of the snaps, so I think a relatively safe option for New England. Keep an eye on who starts the kicker for the Patriots. Whoever starts, obviously viable, or whoever's going to be the starting kicker. Juju Smith, as I mentioned, he missed last game. If he does play, I think he's a pretty safe value play. If you go back here, let's see. So let's go back to like week 8 and take a look at the snaps for tight end. So it was basically a pretty even split. Smith played 64%, Henry played 65%, and if Smith plays, he is like $5,000 cheaper. So I actually would prefer Smith to Henry. So that's one situation to keep an eye on. J.J. Taylor with Damien Harris back, probably not going to go there. I think I actually went by Brandon Bolden. He's been their pass-catching back. He is questionable, though. If he plays, yeah, you can use him for tournaments because, again, he is a guy that's going to be kind of in that James White role. If he misses, I wonder, did they go to Stevenson in that role? Did they go to J.J. Taylor? So possibly Taylor, if there's no Brandon Bolden, could be a dart throw in large field tournaments. And then I mentioned N'Keal Harry. He is questionable. If he is good to go, I think he's viable. He did only have 1 target, but he played a decent amount of snaps last week. He played 52%, so just over half the game. So Harry would be someone that at least intriguing at that price point. Okay, so let's move on to the Falcons, guys, and let's take a look at snap counts here. So running back situation, Cordero Patterson got injured. He is questionable. Mike Davis played in 37% of snaps. Gallman played 43%. However, they confirmed that was because of the blowout. So if there's no Patterson, I expect Mike Davis to get a majority of the snaps at running back. At wide receiver, so Gage, 2 of the last 3 weeks have had a donut, but he's been playing the most, 65% of the snaps. Blake played 31%, Sharp 57%, Darby 22, Zacchaeus 43. If you go back and look at last week when the game was, again, that game was a blowout, but last week it was Gage 81%, Sharp 80%, Zacchaeus 49%. So I would expect something like that if the game stays close. And this game, looking at the odds, should stay pretty close. And then Pitts played 61% of the snaps. Hurst played 43%, but Hurst is out for this game. And then, the Vegas odds for this one, I got a 47 over-under and the Patriots 7-point favorite. So on the Falcons side, Matt Ryan, well, the floor is very low. We saw it last game. I don't think he goes for too fancy once again. The ceiling, probably a little bit higher in Matt Ryan than it is Mac Jones, just because the Falcons are more prone to air it out a little bit more. So I like Matt Ryan. I'm not super worried about last week. Again, Cordero Patterson, keep an eye on this. If he plays, he's viable. Like, he's kind of the do-it-all guy. We'll get some carries. We'll get some targets. If he can't go, then I think it kind of solidifies Mike Davis is a good play. Kyle Pitts, probably your safest bet as a wide receiver. Again, he's a tight end, but he'll line up out wide a lot. 10, 8, 6, 7 targets the last 5 games, and a guy that they can go to in the red zone. So Pitts would be the guy I feel the best about. And Gallman, probably going to fade. They confirmed the reason he got a lot of those snaps was the blowout. So I don't think I want to pay 8.4K for Wayne Gallman. Let's see, Russell Gage probably has let some of you guys down last few weeks, but he is the wide receiver that does probably play the most. So at, 6.6. He's in play for tournaments. I don't know if I go to him in a cash game setting. Mike Davis, again, if there's no Cordero Patterson, I expect him to get a majority of the touches. Is involved in the pass game too, so would like Mike Davis a decent amount there if Patterson can't go. Against Zacchaeus, I think he plays a decent amount of snaps. If you look at 2 weeks ago when the game was competitive, he played about 50% of the snaps. So he had 7 targets last week. And then Sharp actually played more than Zacchaeus last week. He only had 1 target, but he is cheaper. So those 2 guys, viable. Neither really stands out as a great play. Obviously, the kicker is always in play as well. The Falcons' defense at 3.4K, probably not going to go to. I don't love the price points in either defense in the show on slate. Again, Hayden Hurst is out. Frank Darby got a little bit of work, but I think that was because of the blowout, so I don't expect him to see much work here. Lee Smith probably will get some snaps here for the Falcons without Hayden Hurst, but he's more of a blocking tight end, more of just a large field tournament play. And then, was Parker Heese, right? He saw some snaps. He saw 35% snaps. And if you want to go to, Parker Heese, I think that's how you pronounce his name, or Lee Smith in a large field tournament, you can. But those guys should be out there more for blocking purposes. So that's the quick rundown, guys, of the NFL Showdown slate, Patriots and Falcons. Not a lot of standout plays. So not one that I love for cash, but I think it's a fine one for tournaments. Obviously, we have a million maker up top, so still a lot of money to be made. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the video. So make sure if you happen to enjoy the content to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's try to aim for 100 likes on this video. Would really appreciate that, guys. Every single like does help boost, the rankings, boost me up, allows more people to see these videos. But thanks again. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.